Hello, future CAs. Finally, welcome to the OG expected questions for CA Interlaw Jan 26 exams. My humble request for every student watching this is please watch this video till the end because I'm going to share some amazing insights on our law paper. If you look at the expected questions in the previous two attempts, we got 32,000 in May and 36,000 in September exams. Now, how are we predicting it spot on in every attempt and getting accuracy very high? I'm going to reveal the secret as to how we are getting this correct attempt after attempt. The number one secret for that is we have been doing this not just for the last 1 or 2 years. I have been doing this expected questions right from COVID days without missing a single attempt. Jan 2021, you can see over here 4 years ago, July 21, you can again see over here 4 years ago for July 21 CA Inter Foundation. Every single attempt we have been doing this, and this is not some random prediction based on my gut feeling or God is coming and telling me in my dream. Come on guys, this is based on a trend analysis and let me prove it to you. I'm going to spill the secret over here today because a lot of people are like, sir, will this actually come? Look at this. In the latest September 25 exams, in the most difficult law paper, what people felt, we got 95 marks. 24 marks came from MCQ out of 30 marks and 71 marks came including the choice question. So it comes to about 85 marks. Out of 85 we got 71. So 95 out of the total of 125 marks we got it spot on guys. What is the analysis over here? Looking at the analysis, the first thing that is going to blow your mind is these 4 chapters in Companies Act in September 25 paper. Preliminary, incorporation, charges, dividend. Not even a single mark came from these 4 chapters. It's important. I'm getting there why it's important. And the 2 massive chapters that we have, share capital and meetings, together came for 30 plus marks, 14 and 17 marks respectively. And this we predicted in our September 25 expected questions and it came spot on guys. Let me show you how we do this first. Let me show you how we do this guys. For example, I've done this for all the chapters where I have plotted topic wise what all questions came from May 24 new syllabus and there is a trend we have to follow. Look at this. For example, in incorporation chapter 2, the first 2 attempts, it did not come. Then in Jan 25, this one came for 4 plus 5 plus 2. Almost 10 marks incorporation came. Again in May and September, it did not come. 2 attempts it did not come, it came, 2 it did not come. That means the chances of this coming again in Jan 26 is a little high. Now, therefore, in my expected questions list, for incorporation chapter, I have mentioned as not tested in September 25 and the previous attempts. So more chances for Jan 26. I have kept all the important questions over here along with amendments. Next, let me show you one more thing. Sir, same trend for every chapter or no? Trend for every chapter will change and let me show you that. For example, if I take prospectus, in the latest attempt, prospectus came for 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 marks. And if you look at all the 3 questions which came, including MCQ, shelf prospectus, deemed prospectus and 28 offer for sale, none of these 3 questions came in any of the previous attempts in new syllabus, and all these 3 questions are first time tested in new syllabus. And therefore, if I go to the prospectus chapter, that means untested areas, more chances there. That's why I've given new additions. Untested areas, section 30, 33, 38, very, very important. They have already tested shelf prospectus, deemed prospectus. So what is left? So first thing I have kept over here as red herring prospectus. Sir, then only new questions which are not yet tested will come, sir. No, even some questions which are important, repeated questions also will come again. For example, private placement already came 3 times, but last 2 attempts there is a gap. Therefore, in prospectus chapter, I would have also kept private placement as an important concept, not tested in last 2 attempts, so it is important. And this is how I do analysis for every chapter and put questions over here which are repeating questions plus new untested questions, and I'm going to show you this for all the chapters I have done so that you will understand how you can read this PDF. But before I proceed, guys, I want to give you three very important updates. Do not skip from this part and go back to expected questions. No, very important updates for your Jan 26 exams. First, I spotted one MCQ issue in the September 25 suggested answers. If you go to suggested answers of MCQ, you will see that for 3 questions, 1, 2, 3, ICA itself told answer can be A or D, A or B, or B or C. That means what is the message over here? Not just for law, even for other subjects, sometimes 2 or 3 or more MCQs can have multiple answers. That means what I want to communicate to you is after your exam, please don't discuss MCQs, because each person will have their own version of the answer and they will confuse you. Don't get confused over there. Go to the next exam. But after that, it is your headache if you still want to discuss. Second, very important update. All of you are asking me for, sir, where is the marathon? Where is the marathon? I have given you one of the best set of marathons for CA Interlaw. Companies Act concept marathon for 12 hours. I'm giving you 5 marathons. Look at this. Companies Act alone concept marathon 12 hours. Same Companies Act workout marathon where we are solving 300 plus questions for another 12 hours. Other laws concept plus workout where we are solving 100 plus questions for another 12 hours. So 12 plus 12 plus 12. Look at the 3 set of videos. Then, sir, I don't have 12 hours or more to watch for Companies Act and other laws. I want the entire syllabus summarized. Law Gen Z marathon. Full law, 100 marks in just 4 hours. If you're somebody who's struggling in MCQ, I have solved some 20 MCQ case-based question, law MCQ marathon for 3 hours. This entire resource of almost 30 to 40 hours of content, I'm giving it to you for free. In the description of this video, you can find all those links which are relevant for the Jan 26 exams. Along with that, other subjects I want the marathon, sir. Advanced accounts, audit and SM. These 3 chapters also, expected questions are already uploaded and marathon is already uploaded. The link is in description of this video. You can get there, guys. Second important resource. The third one, I honestly need your help over here. You have to refer your juniors, guys. This is more of an information for you. We are starting our first offline and online classes for May 26, September 26 and Jan 26, specifically offline, where we are calling it a Super 30 batch happening in Chennai. Only 30 students allowed in the class, guys. The class will start after Jan exams. After Jan exams, we will start group 1 for May exams and both groups for September and Jan 27. So only help I will need from you is share this with your juniors. So I wrote here, tell your juniors. Sir, what about online? Yes, I am coming up with some Super 30, a new concept for online batches also. I will share that in a completely different video, not over here, guys. Coming back, sir, where can I get the PDF of expected question? You can find it in our Telegram channel. You just join the Telegram channel. There you will find the PDF. Now let me come back to the most important analysis. Let me keep proceeding, guys. Look at this. If I go to the trend of share capital chapter, they have tested a lot of concepts, but one area they have not tested, share capital and debentures. Debentures so far not even tested once. So if you go to my expected questions of share capital and debentures, I would have written over here, look at this, debenture related provisions, long due in new syllabus. Same way, even redemption of preference shares, not yet tested once. Therefore, same thing, deemed redemption of preference shares I have given over here. But untested areas or previously tested also I have added over here. For example, concepts like rights issue, alteration of share capital, which have been tested in the past also, I am adding over here. So mix of both. Like this, let me show you for another few more chapters important for you to note. If I go to deposits chapter, guys, for the last two attempts, they have asked only one concept in deposits. Last two attempts, 5 marks and 7 marks, whether it's a deposit or whether it is not a deposit. So this time when you are studying, you give more importance to concepts like circular for deposit issue, concept of deposit trustee, then procedure for issuing deposit, eligible company, time limits, all of that. What is not a deposit? We will still study because it came in the last two attempts. But I have written less important because it has been tested in the past two attempts. But you will still study. Let me show you for charges. Look at the beautiful trend of charge. Not tested, tested. Not tested, tested. Not tested. That means this time what, guys, for your exam? Chances are it is going to be tested. That's why I said important for Jan 26. Almost the entire chapter, key provisions, I would have covered it over here, guys. Like this, let me show you for few more chapters. But before I keep going, one more thing, guys. We are going to keep sharing these amazing resources for you, not just today, until your exams and even after exams. So if you are yet to subscribe to us, go and subscribe now, because those small button clicks will actually mean a lot to us. Coming back, dividend chapter. Last time also, I remember I told this will come, but it was a shock it didn't come. But this time, you think practically, guys. 3 attempts, dividend is not tested. Will it come this time? You guys decide. So I've given over here. Dividend, basically, whole chapter is important. Like this, let me show you few more trends for other chapters. Audit and auditors. Fraud, 143 subsection 12. First time they're testing in September. So that means this attempt is difficult because they are testing a lot of untested areas. So I have noted down what are the other untested areas, given all this in our expected question for auditors, along with a few concepts which are already tested. Now, if you ask me, if I am the examiner, I may test cost audit because it is very, very new, amended area, not yet tested, but again depends on ICA only. Like this, I will show you one last chapter. I will show you trend, guys. If you look at interpretation of statutes, this time they asked contemporano, exposito and harmonious construction. Again, there's a huge gap before previous attempt. After a long time, they're testing in September. Like this, I have to taken down concepts which are not yet tested in the past and they may be tested now. Take LLP. Last chapter, I'm giving you analysis. LLP. This time it came for almost 10 marks. And every concept is an untested area. So if you look at my LLP over here, LLP will have a combination of things that have been tested, like fraud, 25% already tested, plus combination of not tested areas like small LLP, amalgamation and compromise. If you look at FEMA, guys, everyone's favorite FEMA, residential status, very, very, very important for Jan 26. 10,000% it will come in exam this time, I feel, because they have not tested for a very, very long time. So like this entire list is made, guys. Now I have to give you 2 important disclaimers on this list. First, I always believe that we have to do a full-fledged study of the syllabus. That's why I released this expected question very late. Given a scenario where you are not able to cover the full syllabus, then at least for those chapters that you are planning to skip, go through these expected questions. That's about it, guys. How do you get this PDF? Like I mentioned, you will join the Telegram group and there I will give it to you. And if you are still here and if you are still yet to subscribe, go click that button, guys. That's about it. I hope I have covered everything I wanted to cover over here. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Until your Jan exams, we will keep sharing amazing resources and I will also be giving you expected questions marathon after your accounts exam. So after accounts exam gets over, you will come home, correct? Once you come home, refresh for 1-2 hours. Around 7:15 p.m. I will go live after your accounts exam, where for about 3 to 3.5 hours, I will revise entire Companies Act, where all these expected questions, what is listed over here, I will do a full expected question marathon for all of you guys. Anything else that you guys need, feel free to let us know in the comments. I read most of your comments and I try respond to everything possible. That's it, guys. Thank you. Tata. Bye bye.